Hello and welcome to the second match that I'm casting. And today we have two very potent teams here. Today um we have both Apex Targon and All-Star United or ASU. So we're gonna be seeing them compete in a best of three. And right now we're in the draft pick. And the first pick that we have is Misfortune and Braum. And Misfortune is a really great marksman who can wombo into a lot of skills and has a bunch of damage. And Braum is a great champion against a lot of projectiles. And then also Gragas, who has an impactful ultimate and lots of damage and a versatile build. On the other side, we have Wukong, Alistar, Xayah, and Katarina. And those are all champions that are interesting. Wukong has a lot of utility with his knockup, as well as Alistar with his combo. He can really be deadly combined with Xayah. I actually like the Xayah and Rakan pair better. However, Alistar and Xayah can definitely work. And we have Katarina mid and Ahri mid on the other side. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting match to watch. We haven't seen lots of Katarina in pro play. However, we're going to be seeing some today, as well as Nasus, a pick that we don't often see in the highest level of gameplay because he doesn't really come online until the later stages of the game. So we'll see how that plays out. And he's going up against Fiora, someone who I would say is a soft counter to Nasus, as she does have the heal and the poke to outscale Nasus as well. So we're about to load into the game right here. Alright, so for the runes and spells, we have very interesting runes being taken. We have Grasp of Life for Nasus, and actually Conquer for Misfortune, which got a nerf in the previous patch. And we just basically have, very interesting runes. We have Font of Life for Braum as well. So we'll see these two teams go head to head. So here we go. Now we loaded into the game and we'll see what kind of level 3 strats, level 1 cheese strats they have planned, or if any. So right now we just have a normal opening, no lane swaps happening so far. We just have the bot lane going into bot lane and the Baron lane going into Baron lane. The lane swaps got nerfed in the last patch because the devs decided that it isn't really that useful for all the champions to be swapping lanes. So now it is just going to be played pretty normally. And we have Wukong starting red. However, on the other side, we have Gragas starting blue. And he's getting a leash from Nasus. Nasus doesn't need to go to lane too quickly because he does scale into the late game. So he mostly just wants to last hit and be there for the XP. The lane that is probably going to be the most versatile is our mid lane, as we will see Ahri versus Katarina, two champions that can engage easily onto each other and have lots of damaging abilities and outplay potential in team fights. So we want to see how that comes out. So just in case any of you guys are confused, the red team is AT and the blue team are the All-Stars. So Apex is the red team and the blue team is All-Stars. So we'll see how this plays out. So we have our first contest in the river because both jungles started on opposite sides, so they are all at the scuttle right now. We might see our first level 3 team fight. So we have Alistar with a knockup and engage, and Xayah following up with some damage. Wukong is able to get in there. However, it is first blood for Katarina. We see a bunch of damage. So many of the red team are getting low. Katarina getting the double kill, and overall they're able to win this fight. We'll see if they can get the kill on Alistar. Alistar getting the headbutt and dying for that. However, an overall amazing trade for All-Stars, as they did take down a 4-for-1 trade, a huge lead for them at the start, and even better because they will be able to get that first dragon as Nasus is not going to be able to join the team fights. So it's just going to be a 4v5 at the first dragon, and that should be a free dragon for Targon. So Apex playing that team fight very well. They were able to get the damage off. Alistar was able to get the knockup, and even though a lot of them were low, All-Stars couldn't just finish off the kills. So in the top lane, we do see some skirmishes. However, Nasus is just going to be farming under lane, as I said, trying to scale up to become that late game beast that we all know and are scared of. Overall, Apex taking a huge lead at the start of the game. I mean Targon, the blue team. So currently Apex does have a huge gold lead of 3,400 gold lead right now. So after they do recall to get those items, they should be much stronger. And overall, I feel like Xayah is a really good marksman in the current meta. Probably the best marksman, I would say, even though some of you guys might disagree with that. Her auto attack damage is absolutely insane, and we will be seeing the dragon coming up in 20 seconds. So we'll see how that fight will go down between these two teams. So we should see everyone recalling and resetting for the dragon fight, and the mid laner and marksman have already done it for the blue team. And we can see the first dragon fight ensuing right now, as the jungler is trying to clear the vision at the moment. So Apex going to clear all the vision to try to enable less steals from All-Stars. So we'll see how this first dragon fight comes out. They're just pushing the wave so they don't lose that much farm when they do take the dragon. A pretty smart play on their part, and it should be pretty free for them. And overall, I feel like All-Stars should just give up this dragon and try to scale a little bit more into the late game and try to take team fights with more of a numbers advantage. They want to be looking for picks and things like that to try to get back into the game, because Xayah is extremely strong right now, and as we see, they are just giving that up. We may be seeing Gragas trying to go in for the steal, but that's it. I don't think they are going to be going for a team fight at the current moment. So actually, Katarina is able to engage on the Braum. Braum burns heal, and he may just be able to get away. No, Katarina uses first skill, and she gets the double kill with her third skill. Great execution. However, let's see if Gragas was able to get the skill. He was not. And overall, Apex are able to take down that dragon. And with that, they do take the first dragon of the game. But more importantly, they get 4-0. So now they're up so much gold. They're up 6,000 gold. So they are able to capitalize on their gold lead and extend it even further in this game. They have a huge lead. It's going to be extremely hard for All-Stars to get back into this game, and they're resetting and trying to buy items to get even stronger. Their only hope is probably their top lane and their hyperscaling. However, even that is just going to be really hard to get to when you're so behind, and if Apex is able to play around their objectives properly, they should be able to secure this victory. So far, really great team fighting by Apex. Xayah just able to dish out so much damage, and Katarina picking up the double kill definitely helped there. And we see Katarina ganking. She's trying to get it. She gets the ult off. Xayah also ults, and they're going in. Katarina and Xayah are able to take 2 more kills in the bot lane, absolutely dominating there. Meanwhile, in the top side of the map, we do have them trying to go for that Rift Herald, trying to secure objectives, making sure that they secure their lead and are able to capitalize on it. Rift Herald is taken by Apex, and we will see how they will be using it. So overall, it's a huge gold lead right now, 9,000 gold lead, and they haven't even used Rift Herald yet. We'll see how they are going to be using that. The mid turret and the top lane turret have some damage off of them, but none too significant where the Rift Herald can just take it down with one charge. They most likely are going to try to use it when an objective is up so that they have a multi-pressure, like multi-pronged attack. So overall, Xayah just dominating. I feel like she's one of the best marksmen in the current meta. Definitely S tier, definitely S plus tier. And she just has insane amounts of damage. So if she is able to play off of the CC of her Alistar, she should be able to dish out insane amounts of damage. Now we do have both teams kind of grouping up here in mid, four for All-Stars, and they do have a numbers advantage, so we'll see if they try to engage on the enemy. So far, they're just kind of playing passively. Meanwhile, Apex has a 3 versus 1 on Nasus. However, they are scared because Nasus does have ult. And oh, there was a dive by Katarina, and she is able to take down Ahri in the mid lane. And now Apex is just capitalizing on their lead, just extending it even further. Fiora just stealing Nasus's honey fruit. Just the disrespect coming out by Apex. They are absolutely dominating in this game. After the first team fight, the match was almost already over. Gragas tries to gank Fiora. However, she just gets out of there with her dash. Katarina trying to dive Braum. However, Braum is just going to escape safely. He does have those defense stats. And we may be seeing another team fight soon around the dragon that is going to be spawning in 25 seconds. It's going to be the Cloud Dragon, allowing Apex, if they do get this dragon, to roam a lot quicker and rotate around the map a lot better. Both teams are pinging the dragon. They know that that is an objective. And we'll see if All-Stars try to contest this and get back into the game, or will they just let Apex get it and extend their lead even further than what it is now, which would be absolutely devastating as they have an almost 12,000 gold lead. The dragon just spawned, so we'll see how both teams react to this. So far, Apex is gathering up on the dragon. We'll see how that goes. Fiora trying to get Nasus, however, he does just heal from his ultimate, and we do see All-Stars just trying to respect the lead that they have, and Fiora is able to get the kill on Nasus after chunking him, and we'll see if they are able to get the steal. Misfortune does steal the Cloud Dragon, a beautiful ult coming out. What a team fight. Ahri being able to kill the Alistar and gets out safely. This may be the fight that All-Stars needed to take to come back into the game. They do take an overall great trade there. Misfortune with the beautiful ultimate to both steal the dragon and dish out amazing amounts of damage, insane amounts of damage. However, they may have overextended as Katarina's here, and she does pick up Legendary on Misfortune and does get the double kill. She's extremely fed this game. Beautiful combos, beautiful execution by Zero throughout this game, and overall, she has been playing very, very well, and we'll see how she can capitalize on this lead. She's already been roaming around the map, making sure to spread her lead to all of her teammates. And overall, though All-Stars did win that last team fight, they still need to push to win the game because it is a really, really big lead for Apex. They have been winning on their lead. However, they do take multiple team fights just like the one that we saw before. However, Katarina just bush camping and able to take the pick on Nasus really, really easily. So Apex able to capitalize on their lead. However, as I was saying, if All-Stars are able to take more team fights like that and take objectives, they may have a chance to come back in this game. No matter how small the chance is that they do come back, there is still that slight chance that they will be able to come back into the game. So overall, a pretty great game for Apex. They do have 3 turrets, and if we go look at the items, already Katarina with 3 items and her Hourglass online. They are looking to take the Baron right here. Alistar able to get the knockup. Let's see if they get the steal. And Gragas able to get the steal. Amazing steal by Gragas there. We'll see how the team fight goes. Gragas dishing out some damage. Misfortune getting the shutdown on Katarina. Getting the double kill as well. She has gotten so many, gets the triple kill on Alistar. Beautiful team fight by Misfortune. We weren't able to see the full thing. However, she was able to get that damage and those crucial shutdowns. Here, this is the fight that All-Stars needed to take to get back into the game. That was just amazing there. And Misfortune picking up those kills and getting those shutdowns. She's going to have so much gold to try to get back in the game. Fiora taking the kill on Braum, even though he flashed. But she should get the double kill. However, she does get shut down by the Nasus with his first kill, and he'll be getting some extra gold from that. Miss Fortune has 10,000 gold right now, and she has the same amount of gold as Xayah, and she does dish out damage, and I feel like she does scale a little bit better than Xayah currently. However, Xayah is still a force to be reckoned with her ult. That was a very, very great team fight taken by All-Star. Even though they were down gold, they were able to dish out the damage and capitalize on their lead. Nasus is getting 4v1, and he does get taken down. A little bit of an overextension there, as their vision this game hasn't been too great. They need to award more if they want to be going for a bit more of those kind of aggressive plays. So overall, All-Stars is still in that game after that team fight. They did get the Baron steal, impairing Apex from trying to end the game. The next dragon is the Infernal Dragon, one that is extremely important as it does give you that damage buff, and it scales extremely well into the game. So we'll see who can get that dragon. Currently, Apex setting up vision around that dragon, making sure that they have control, and they are camping the bush. Let's see if Apex falls for this trap. They have warded the bush. Maybe they can go for the counter trap. If we look at the Fog of War, even though Apex is camping the bush, they know that they're there and they won't fall for the trap. Let's go look at the dragon to see how much health it has left. So currently the dragon is being taken by Apex, and they are able to get the smite. No steal for Gragas this time, unfortunately. And we'll see how the team fight goes. Alistar with the engaged Katarina, making sure not to let anyone heal with her ult. Gets the double kill. Absolutely getting the carry, and she does get the triple kill. Alistar does die, however, it does not matter. They could end the game right here, right now, if Nasus does go down. Nasus was defending the turret. If he went and joined the team fight, Fiora would just have complete pressure, as she's one of the best split pushers in the game. So she did hold Nasus back from that team fight. And with that, they are able to get the Infernal Dragon. And with that, they should have the game secure in their palms after they do take the dragon. The Baron, they should reset for that right now. And Katarina able to get another kill right there onto the Nasus, getting the unstoppable. She has been absolutely carrying this game with so many kills and the ability to just get chain kills. She's gotten at least 2 triple kills this game, just getting the bot lane so far ahead, getting so many kills on the Misfortune. However, if we do see a really good fight for All-Stars at this Baron, then we could see another comeback. Gragas has been going for those really, really amazing steals this game. So we'll see if he can do it again at the Baron. However, they do have to watch out for Katarina as she's level 14. She goes with her ult. However, she gets charmed by Ahri. She pops the Zanya's Hourglass. Misfortune ults onto Katarina, and she is able to be shut down by the Ahri right there. That's a pretty big shutdown, as you want to be getting those kills on Katarina, as she's extremely fed. Taking her off the map relieves a lot of pressure. However, they are engaging on Gragas at the moment. Alistar getting those knockups, and Xayah able to get the stun. Let's see if they are able to finish off the kill on Nasus. He flashes away. Alistar able to get the knockup. Braum, big ult on Apex. Is it going to be enough? Nasus trying to get into trying to get the first kills in. Meanwhile, Fiora trying to split push, stopped by Ahri. Apex's champions survived at 1 HP with Misfortune going down. If Katarina was in that team fight, they would have decisively won it. However, they are able to defend after getting the kill on Katarina. Xayah slowed. Nasus trying to run her up. However, he just does not have the movement speed to run her down just yet. We'll see that hyperscaling coming on later into the game. However, we may not even get there, as Apex is pushing in all 3 lanes. We're going to see if they can finish it off sooner than later. And all the inhibs are going down. The mid inhib went down. The top inhib went down. And all the super minions are pouring in. The pressure is piling on to Apex. They are able to get a kill on Nasus, who was one of their best peelers in the game. And Fiora also teleports in. They're all here to join the team fight. Xayah is a bit low, so we'll see if All-Stars are able to take them down. Katarina going down again. Misfortune, beautiful ult. Brown ults to slow down the entire team. Alistar getting targeted down by the Nexus. However, it's not going to be enough. And with that, Apex takes the first game off of All-Stars. A beautiful game, a beautiful victory for them. And with that, they do take the game. Amazing team fights by both teams. Misfortune taking extremely great fights, and here we can see the amounts of damage and the kills for each player. Katarina obviously carrying this match. Maybe got a little bit cocky later into the game where she did give some shutdowns away. However, she still carried super hard, and if we go look at the damage, then we should be able to see the difference. And right there we can see Katarina 40,000 damage, almost as much as the entire enemy team combined. And that's just insane damage dealt by Katarina. Zero showing her proficiency on that champion. And we see that Misfortune was also able to dish out a lot of damage, as well as Ari, someone who was able to dish out more consistent damage. However, in the team fights, Misfortune was able to get those ults off. However, it just wasn't enough. So with that, Apex do take the game. So they played really well around the objectives, I think, really able to capitalize on those types of things. So we are going to have the next match starting soon. I hope you guys like that. If you guys have any questions about that match or anything that you guys want to tell me, you can tell me in the chat right now. Great games. All right, so this is a best of 3, so we are going to be seeing 1 or 2 more games depending on who wins the game. All right, so the next game should commence in around 2 to 3 minutes. Right now they are doing the bans again, 2 bans per team in this tournament. So as that goes on, I think that I can just talk to you guys about the current meta. If you guys have any questions about any Wild Rift meta questions or any questions in general that you have, you guys can just ask me. I am reading the chat right now. All right. All right, so we are back. The next match is starting soon. We have seen the bans come out from both teams. All right, so we are back. The next match we are going to be seeing those things happening. So as if they get into the match, I'll start the screen share. All right. So we are seeing the draft again. So we'll see if they go for the Katarina again, as last time it really did work well with them. Or maybe we'll be seeing some counters by All-Stars, because they did get smashed by the Katarina last game. So let's see what happens inside this game. So both teams are drafting up. Leona is the first pick, a great engaged support currently. I feel like she's one of the better supports that have been added to the game. And we have the Misfortune Braum coming out again. So this is a combo that we saw last game. It definitely did work. However, they did not get their time to shine, as they kept on getting ganked by mid, and they got a little bit behind during the early game. And for the jungler on Apex, we do see Jarvan, and we may see Akali. Akali, one of the best champions in the current meta, definitely definitely A tier. I would say she's one of the better champions currently. A little bit better in mid, I would say, than in the Baron lane, because she does not do too well against tanks depending on what build she does take. And for the mid lane, we may be seeing Ahri again. She did deal the most damage last game, as well as the Wukong. So we do see the Wukong and Ahri. So for the mid lane, we see Orianna and Fiora. Orianna absolutely broken in the mid lane. However, she is going to be played as the support this game, because we're going to have Akali mid and Fiora in the Baron lane. And we have a very, very similar draft. However, this time we do have Jarvan and Wukong as the junglers, as well as Orianna mid and Leona as a support. Wait, so actually we may be having... Oh wait, we're going to have Orianna mid. However, who's going to be the ADC then? It's going to be very interesting to see. We may have Fiora ADC. It's going to be extremely interesting, because it seems almost as if Apex has no ADC at the current moment. So we'll be seeing how that plays out. I wonder who's going to be the ADC. Maybe Fiora. I think Orianna is going to be in the support role, because... Oh wait, no. Orianna may be their ADC because we have Leona in the support role. So Akali Baron, and then either Orianna or Fiora as ADC. That could be very, very interesting to watch. So we are spawning here into the game again. We'll see the different items and the different choices that each player will be taking. We'll see if they do go for some early game cheese. So far for Apex, they are grouping up at 5 at their red buff, just in case the enemy team does want to invade. So we'll be seeing who is the ADC for this team, because I feel like it's going to be very, very interesting to see this kind of new style being played. I haven't really been seeing it at all. It seems like some of the team of Apex may be having issues, as they are stuck in base currently. I think that some of the players have been stuck in base. So we may be seeing a redo of this match, as some of them are experiencing some connection issues. Yeah, I think there's some connection issues, so we may redo this game. However, overall, currently, if they don't redo this game, it's going to be very hard for All-Stars to get into this game. I guess there is not going to be any redo. For some reason, they are all going mid, and they do pick up the first blood. I think there is going to be a redo of this game. So I'm sorry for that, but yeah, we are gonna do a redo as some of the players did experience some connection issues. So I'm sorry about that, but we are gonna be going into the next game soon. Yeah, so currently there was some connection issues on the side of All Stars, so we are going to have to redo the match. I'm very sorry. So yeah, well, some connection issues with the players right now. Hello. Hello to everyone currently tuning into the stream. We are going to be seeing game 2 of Apex versus All Stars. Currently, the players are experiencing a couple of connection issues, so we are going to be doing another repeat of the game, but with the same champions drafted. Hello to everyone in the stream. I'm so sorry about this, and thank you for sticking around. If you guys have any questions or comments, then just post it in the chat, and I will try to get back to you.
Alright, so we are in the game again. I'm sorry about that delay. However, they are blind picking with the exact same champions, so we can see that here. Again, wait, they may have picked Teemo instead. I think that will be their ADC instead of Orianna. I'm face popping right now. However, we will see this match and how it plays out. So let's get right back into the game again. So overall, again, the team comps are pretty different. As for A2, we have a team comp that can focus a bit more on team fighting, as they have Braum, Fiora, and Wukong. So Wukong can go in for the knockoff, as well as Braum also knocking people up, and Misfortune ulting to heal everyone. And we have the same matchup again in the Baron lane. We have Fiora versus Nasus, and we'll see how that goes again, as both champions mostly want to stay inside their lane, especially Nasus. He just wants to farm up into the late game. We'll see if he is able to reach that late game again. Last time also we did see All-Stars go for some great steals. However, they weren't able to capitalize too hard, and in the end Apex still did end up winning. So we are seeing the early game cheese strats. Leona extremely great at level 1 having that stun, and Nasus may just fall into the trap. We'll see Leona flashes, however she's just out of range for the stun, and Wukong is there. However, they're going to be outnumbered, and we'll just probably see them going back into their lanes. They are trying to go for an invade on the red buff. Currently, I feel like Apex are going to be able to win this. However, we'll see how they're doing, and we'll see who is able to smite this red buff, as that could decide who's going to get the buff. And Jarvan is able to smite that buff, and they are able to get away with that invade. Meanwhile, Fiora is just laning against Misfortune in the Dragon lane, which is interesting. We do have a lane swap there. In the Baron lane, no one is there for Apex. We'll see who's going to be going up there. And Apex also stealing the Raptors to get some more XP. However, the jungler is just going to be starting blue buff in that case to get that extra XP. So we did not see a counter invade from Wukong, which is pretty common in higher elo. However, he wasn't going for that. And we do have the lane swap coming out, as Fiora is inside the Dragon lane, and Teemo being the ADC, as well as Leona inside the Baron lane. So overall, Apex did get a lead. However, it's nothing too significant. However, we may be seeing some jungle diff in the early game. He's gonna go gank top right now. Jarvan is inside the top lane. We'll be seeing what he can do with his level advantage over Wukong. And they're just playing safe for now. So there may have been some confusion, as Nasus and Braum are inside the top lane and Misfortune is playing solo against Fiora. This may have just been a counter pick. However, it is a little bit strange to see. Wukong trying to gank Akali maybe. However, Jarvan 4 is able to be there for the follow-up, and overall nothing really too big happens. So Wukong was able to secure the Dragon Scuttler, which is pretty important, as that Scuttler does give vision and helps movement speed through the river on the Dragon lane side. However, Jarvan was able to take the top Scuttler. In my opinion, I would think that Jarvan could have played this a bit better, taking both Scuttlers instead of going for a very risky gank when Nasus and Braum are champions that just kind of want to be playing a bit safer. However, Leon is able to get the stun. However, there's not enough damage to finish him off. Wukong going in for the counter gank, and we'll see what he can do. However, he does not have ultimate for that knockup, so nothing really too big coming out on that. Akali and Ahri are still duking it out, and Jarvan is able to gank the Misfortune after she overextends trying to kill Fiora. We'll see what he can do. He's just nailing her with auto attacks. Fiora does get the ult off and does finish her off with her second skill, immuning any damage or any ideas of any counterplay that Misfortune had in that moment. She's just going to be shoving the lane. And with that, Apex still has a lead. And we see Jarvan trying to engage with knockup. Ahri at 1 HP. Akali able to get the kill off of Ignite, I believe. And with that, Apex taking a 2 lead early on into the game again. And Fiora just split pushing, and she should be able to get this first turret plate right here. The dragon is coming up in 11 seconds. It is definitely going to be an uphill battle from here for All-Stars as they find their back foot. They find themselves on the back foot in the early game again. But we do see that hyperscaling. Leona able to get off the stun and the ult on Braum. He's 1 HP. He gets slain by Teemo, possibly with the ignite. And it was with the ignite right there. Teemo was able to get the pick on Leona. Nasus ulting, however, is not going to help at all. Braum just a little bit overextended right there, and they are able to punish that very well. Miss Fortune is getting 2v1 ganked by Akali, and Fiora, she may be going down again here as Akali is able to pick up the kill with her first skill, and Wukong's also there, but too little, too late. Akali flashes and ults onto Wukong. We'll see if she's able to get a combo. She ults using the second phase and is able to pick up the killing spree on Wukong. Nice play by Akali there, and this should be a free dragon for Apex. So they are taking that. In my opinion, Akali should just be trying to shove out the waves in mid rather than taking this dragon, as she does no damage to objectives, and All-Star are not going to be contesting that. However, she does take that, and they do take the dragon. It is the Infernal Drake going to be helping snowball their damage even farther. Jarvan going for a risky invade. We'll see. Bomb gets his first skill off. Leona engages. However, there's not enough damage to Jarvan, but maybe I spoke too soon as Jarvan is able to get the kill onto the clone of Wukong. However, that's not going to be a kill at all, as Wukong was safely able to mind game him and escape. Fiora, in the meantime, was split pushing in the bot lane and is able to take the turret. One of the most oppressive split pushers in the game. If you leave her for about 3 seconds, you'll have your inhib down. So she's definitely a force to be considered, and is definitely keeping Miss Fortune in the lane. However, we have another team fight here. Miss Fortune able to get all, and Leona also being able to get the stun. She is having to flash out. We'll see if we have any flashes follow up. Jarvan just hopping over the wall with using his third skill. And if Braum is able to hit the first skill, we may be able to see another kill right here on Leona. However, he does miss it. Leona may escape with 1 HP as she does hit the blast root, but she does go down there. Fiora ulting onto Braum and is able to get the pick after he did overextend. She is also going for the Wukong, but she will escape here as she is on her side of the jungle. Miss Fortune not able to deal enough damage to take her down right there. Fiora using his second skill, Ari, nice timing with charm, does get the charm. However, she does not follow up with any other skills. Wukong using his clone just to escape, getting under turret range. And overall, just some poke coming out from both sides. Getting a couple of the champions on either side pretty low. Fiora just going to be taking that recall as her lane is shoved in, and we may be seeing the Rift Herald going down for Apex here. They do have a 6,000 gold lead in this game, as they have another lead in another game, and the Rift Herald is alive. We'll see if they are going to be taking that objective. Akali just trading with Ari here, and Wukong trying to go in onto the Rift Herald. We'll see if who can get the steal, who can kill the Rift Herald, and actually, Jarvan does get the Rift Herald and also the kill on Wukong, just to rub salt into the wounds. In the top lane, we do have that turret being under massive pressure with Leona and Teemo just pushing that lane. Fiora in the bottom lane with multi-prong pressure coming out on Apex's side. We'll see how they are able to handle it. However, Fiora's left alone in the bot lane should be able to split push that turret down, and they really don't need to engage or team fight here, as Fiora is just going to be able to take down so many turrets and so many turret plays. However, we do see the engage by Wukong. However, he just goes back. Braum ults only hitting one person, and this team is so slippery with Teemo having the invis. However, he does go down to Wukong ult. We have Akali engaging, using her first skill, dishing out so much damage, ulting and killing Wukong. However, she does get DC. She dies. However, she still gets a double kill. Nasus with the double kill, hyperscaling may come in handy later into the game. Jarvan trying to get away. However, it's going to be for no reason, and she does get taken down there. Fiora, just as I said, split pushing throughout the entire fight and does take down the inhib. As I said, one of the most impressive split pushers in the game during any team fight. Even though they did come out pretty even after that team fight, Fiora still able to take down so many turrets, giving a bigger lead for Apex. And overall, it was better for Apex. All-Stars had to commit all 5 players to try to get a numbers advantage onto that team fight, where they did have a good team fight. However, it was just not worth taking their inhib down for. The Ocean Dragon is going to be spawning in 12 seconds, and we'll be seeing who is going to be taking that down. If Apex are able to get this dragon, then they will have a really nice combo with the Infernal as well as the Ocean Dragon having lots of damage and vamp. And so Apex does summon the Rift Herald in the mid lane to put some more pressure on the enemy team. However, it probably will just be going down. I don't like this use of the Rift Herald, as I usually like it to be putting more pressure and to split push into the side lanes. However, they do just want to get a couple hits onto that turret and the charge as well. Overall, I think Darvin started the dragon. However, he is going to stop maybe, as a lot of the team of All-Stars are trying to contest this. However, Teemo just holding them back. Misfortune does ult, and we'll see how this engage goes. Fiora able to pick up the kill, as well as Akali killing Misfortune. Jarvan does get the kill on the dragon. The jungler not having any luck this game for any steals. Fiora with the double kill and getting the rampage after killing Wukong. Nasus able to get another kill. She uses his ult to heal. However, it's too little, too late, as he does go down. The ace comes out for Apex as they are able to wipe out the entire enemy team. And with that, All-Stars are just going to surrender as this game is over. A 15,000 gold lead for All-Stars. And with that, that should be the game. Oh wait, they shoot, I made a mistake. They didn't surrender. However, they are completely on the back foot here in this game. So we'll see if they are able to pull a comeback, if they are able to get those steals. However, things are looking grim for them, as Apex just dominating again in the second game. Throughout the early game, just a good team fight, a few really good invades from the start. Jungle diff there, and they were able to convert it into ganks as well as leads, taking those objectives. Both the Infernal and Ocean Drakes are taken for Apex, and they are having some scaling coming in hand. The only hope is the Nasus, as Nasus is getting pretty fed, as he did pick up that rampage. If we go look, and however, Akali engaging on, and we'll see if she's able to get combo off. However, she just disengages with her Shroud. Teemo able to pick up the kill on Ahri, targeting her down first. Akali using her Shuriken to seal the deal onto Braum. However, Fiora does go down, and overall a 2-for-1 trade, as more pressure is coming onto the mid inhib. Teemo just finding Misfortune, a really good counter to ADCs, as they are not able to auto attack. He should just be backing off here. Wukong engaging, and Akali just finishing it off. Absolutely devastating, and they may just be able to finish off the game right here, right now, as the super minions are pouring in. Akali going for the first skill. However, they are relatively low. If Misfortune and Braum, let's see if they are able to make something work. Ahri also responding here. The teleport coming out to help assist Apex and their team, and the overall gold is mainly funneled onto Akali, as she was playing really great this game, and she was able to get a lot of kills and get a lot of takedowns this game. So overall, Apex just dominating in this game. They are going for the Baron to buff their minions and to try to push to get the final kill in the game. Leona engaging onto Wukong is followed up by a chain CC. However, he is able to escape using his clone. They are all engaging Fiora with the ult onto Nasus. We'll see if she's able to dish out that true damage. Braum ulting, and we'll see the skills from Akali. However, Fiora goes in with her second skill, trying to immune things. However, the knockup is going to come out again. She's charmed, and she goes down. And with that, it's just a 1-for-1 trade. Nasus going down for All-Stars, and Fiora down for Apex. Teemo able to get blind on Ahri. However, she is able to get a charm, and get the follow-up comes out from Misfortune. She is scaling into this game. All-Star still holding on to this game, as the Cloud Dragon is spawning in 23 seconds. A move speed boost would be nice for either team in this game. However, I think Baron is going to be the objective that will be prioritized a little bit more, as they do want to end this game, as Nasus does hyperscale and Jarvan does fall off a little bit more into the late game. So they don't have the best scaling team comp. However, they do have a very big lead. But if they do let All-Stars get a little bit out of control, then they could have a comeback, as Nasus does hyperscale, and they do have a little bit better scaling, I would say, even though Apex does have Fiora. I feel like Fiora's a good counter to Nasus because he is really tanky and no defensive stats. But as I say that, Fiora gets stunned. Akali going in for another engage. Jarvan ulting. Akali trapping her inside the box. Miss Fortune trying to ult. No damage comes out. Everyone on Apex is still alive. Fiora using her second skill to try to immune any damage that does come out. Jarvan using Gargle Enchanted tank. More damage, and all 5 members are still alive, although they are very low. We'll see what All-Stars are going to be doing in this situation. Nasus is blinded, not able to auto-attack. Teemo taking the double kill and killing Nasus, and Teemo actually able to pick up the triple kill, and with that should be the game, as they do get the ace. The Nexus is going down as all the members of Apex are attacking it. We should be seeing this as a second win for Apex, and with that, they do take this series and come victorious over All-Stars. A really great game played by both teams. GG's to both teams. Apex kind of outclassing All-Stars in this best of 3 series. They are able to take the victory, and the MVP coming for Akali. Very clean combos throughout the game. Teemo, I feel like, was a great pick in this situation because he was able to blind the champions that really mattered, like Nasus, who was getting fed early game. He was 4-0 early out into the game. However, Teemo was able to blind him during team fights, making his auto attacks absolutely useless. And if we go look at the damage dealt here, we can see that Akali dealt most of the damage, with Teemo being second. And Fiora, I feel like she was also a key part in this game, as she was taking down that inhib early on into the game, putting pressure onto the bot side of the map, having the super minions pouring in. And then on the red side, we have Miss Fortune there, dealing a bunch of damage with her ult. However, it just wasn't enough, and with that, we have the games wrapping up. So congratulations to Apex, who did take down 2 very, very clean games. I hope you guys enjoyed the matches. They were pretty enjoyable for me. What you can take, if you take anything back from this game, is if you're jungling and you want to get ahead, make sure to take those objectives, make sure to take those dragons, capitalize on your early leads. If you have a successfully invade, you want to be ganking other lanes, spreading your lead, taking objectives, and GG's again to Apex. If you want to tune in, we are going to be streaming a bit after this, so subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on that. And I love y'all, and thanks so much for tuning in to stream. I will see you soon. Bye.